Matthew 16. Here's one of those foolish statements that Jesus made. Whoever wants to save his life will lose it. Whoever loses his life for me will find it. The world says, how can you find your life by losing it? You find your life by losing it, by letting go of the jester's hat, by letting go of the foolish ways of the world, by letting go of the worldview of the world, and grasping instead the life that Jesus calls you to. And again, there is no third option. Your life is in Jesus, or it's not. Your wisdom is God, or it's not. Your hope is in the righteousness of the Lord, or it's not. What kind of fool are you? We're actually going to wrap up. I'm going to give you some time for the coffee chat this morning. But I want you to do something. As you're sitting there, look around. You see right here, up here, these twiny things? These are crowns of thorns, like your jester's hat. They're not really crowns of thorns, so don't worry. You won't poke your head. There's some here, and there's some by each of those cameras. And in a second, I'm going to have you guys get up. For those of you who aren't familiar, we actually take our chairs, we go back to the tables, and we have some time to interact on what we've been talking about. But as you do that this morning, as you get up, no one's going to watch or keep track or count. As each of you get up, you're going to want to take off your jester's hat anyway, so I'm going to let you. And as you take off your jester's hat, I want you to consider crumpling it up, leaving it in a pile next to one of these three crowns of thorns. Pick up the crown of thorns in its place. I'm not going to insist you wear the crown of thorns. It's entirely up to you. But here's the point. The jester's hat looks a lot more fun. It looks soft and party. You guys make me smile, in fact. Especially you. That's great. You look like a sunflower. Crown of thorns would be foolish to trade a jester's hat for a crown of thorns. Scripture tells us life comes only from pursuing the way of Jesus. But Scripture is also very honest. It tells us that sometimes it's a really prickly idea. Sometimes that gets into that value of suffering thing that we didn't talk a lot about. Sometimes it means the world's going to scorn you. Why was Jesus wearing the crown of thorns when he was crucified? Because the world was mocking him. Right? They said, you're a king, we'll give you a crown. And they shoved a crown of thorns on his head to mock him. Will the world mock you if you choose to lay down your jester's hat and pick up your crown of thorns? I guarantee it. There's so many choices in my life. With so many people around me, I'm not understand. Why on earth? The time that I started my career as a pastor, I guarantee you there was no power, there was no prestige, and there was no money. Why? Why would you choose to lay your life down for other people? Why would you choose to keep going to the park and serving neighbors? Sometimes come, sometimes don't. Why would you give up your hard-earned money to help somebody else out? Why would you give up your time? You guys could be home right now sleeping. You could be golfing. You could be fishing. You could be watching the recorded 24 that's on your DVR. I'm just glad they don't run it live on Sunday morning. Roy would never come. Let's find another drummer. I want you to take your hats. We're going to sing one more song. Go ahead and come up, music team. As we're singing this song, I want you to take your hats off. I want you to come up and replace it with a crown of thorns if you want. But if you do it, you are making an intention. Don't do it for me. Do it for you. Are you ready this morning to make the intention to trust God's worldview rather than the world's? Are you willing this morning to let go of even the little deceptions that you hold? To say, even a small one is not enough. Any foolishness in my worldview, I want to cast off. Are you ready to cast it off, even if it means picking up a crown of thorns? Now I guarantee you, as prickly as the crown of thorns may be, it is also the only path to life. Amen. Jesus, for the joy set before him, endured the cross. He calls you, not for morbid purposes, but for the joy set before you, to endure your cross. Are you willing this morning? I'm not going to count. I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to scan. But this morning as we sing, I want you to pick up your chairs, go back to the table, and if you'd like, if you want to make that intention for you, it's for you to know. I want you to crumple up your crown of your jester's hat, leave it up here by one of these crowns of thorns, and pick up a crown of thorns instead. Does everybody understand? Then go back to the table when the song's over. You'll have some time to chat.